The second baseman, Ian Ryan, will bat 6th. Michael Early at third base hitting 7th. Nathan Schooley in right field batting 8th. And Emmett Newton, the left fielder, will bat 9th. We will get you the starting lineup for the A's in the bottom of the first inning. We're just about ready to get the action underway here. And we'll see pitcher versus pitcher right away as Aiden Fowler will dig in against Trey Armstrong. Fowler, left-handed batter, digs in. Armstrong, the big righty on the mound, gets the sign. The wind in the opening pitch of the ball game is in the dirt for ball 1. Our first pitch at 5:23 this afternoon, 74 degrees. Skies are mostly cloudy a moment ago. Now it's partly sunny. A southwest wind blowing briskly at 22 miles an hour. Wind is blowing out today. The 1-0 to Fowler, swing and a miss at a pitch downstairs. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. This field we sometimes call Fairgrounds Field in the summertime when the Davis County Mustangs, the high school team, of course, plays here. The 1-1 in the dirt again, 2 balls and a strike. Everything down low so far out of the hand of Trey Armstrong. Very fortunate, I would say, that we have such warm weather here in mid-April for this game, 74 degrees. As the 2-1 pitch, up and away, 3-1. Tucker Marshall on deck, Aiden Ryan in the hole for the Indians. There was earlier today and yesterday in the forecast a chance of rain, maybe thunderstorms. That pitch is swung on and missed, and the count goes full 3-2. There could still be a stray storm that comes through here later. It might affect the second game here, which we will not broadcast. But storms maybe not expected until 8:30 or later here in Bloomfield. The 3-2, ground ball right side up the line and foul. And the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Aiden Fowler. Armstrong on the mound. He missed with his first few pitches, but maybe now starting to dial it in a little bit. Gets the sign. Righty to lefty, again the 3-2. Stayed high, ball 4, and the game begins with a leadoff walk to Fowler. He'll head down to first, and that brings up the center fielder, Tucker Marshall, wearing number 1. So 2 players wearing number 1 facing off now. Armstrong will go into the stretch. We'll keep an eye on Fowler over at first. He is not going, and the pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Outfield straight away, not playing all that deep, although if the wind catches a fly ball, it could be an issue. That pitch inside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike to Marshall. Nice to see the bright sunshine. When we came here, it was cloudy. Again, the threat of rain and thunderstorms pretty much gone from the forecast. Ground ball past the mound, over to get at the shortstop, Martin, and he gets by him into center field. And the Indians have runners at first and second with nobody out. That'll bring up the shortstop, Aiden Ryan, with an RBI opportunity. Haven't yet set the defense for the A's. Morgan Van Hemert is in left. Drew Lindbergh in center. Josh McCall in right. We'll set the infield after the first pitch is thrown to Aiden Ryan. On the way, chopper third base side, fielded cleanly. Step on third for 1, and that's all that the A's will get. But the out recorded by the third baseman Tyler Hewitt. 1 down on the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up the catcher Cooper Kleiman. So Fowler is retired 5 unassisted. Marshall to second, Ryan to first on the fielder's choice, and here is the tall catcher Kleiman. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Just told you Tyler Hewitt's at third, Caleb Martin at short, Cade Martin at second, Presley Cantrell at first. Swing and a miss here, 0-2. And the catcher is Gavin McCall. First and second, 1 out for the Indians here in the top of the first. Runners go. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Stealing third easily on the play was Marshall. But Kleiman gone on 3 pitches for out number 2. So runners on the corners, and the batter is the first baseman, Nolan Kramer. Runner from first on the way. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Down to second on the stolen base is Aiden Ryan. 2 runners in scoring position for the Indians, but there are 2 away. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And Armstrong is 1 pitch away, perhaps, from getting out of an early jam. 0-2 to Kramer, righty to lefty. The pitch. Little looper over short. That'll get down into left center field. 1 run is in. Around third on his way home is Ryan. The throw comes into the middle of the diamond. It is a 2-run, 2-out single for Kramer, and the Indians have an early 2-0 lead. So the Indians put a 2 spot on the board. And that'll bring up Ian Ryan, the second baseman. Pitch outside, ball 1. Kramer now the runner at first. Right-hander to right-hander, the pitch. Down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. If you're just joining us, scheduled 5:30 start time. They threw the first pitch at 5:23, so we got going a little bit ahead of schedule. Ground ball left side, over to get it. Hewitt gets by him on the hop. Throw to second, though, by the shortstop Martin. Martin is in time, and the side is retired. Maybe a good job by Hewitt to let that ball go. Indians get 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left after half an inning. The Indians 2, the A's are coming up. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Pull to the next window.
Accidents can happen.
Turn right in 100 feet.
You have alarm. And when they do, Collision Corner is your preferred body shop. John at Collision Corner will work directly with your insurance company. He can handle your claim from start to finish. At Collision Corner, they know you need your car back as soon as possible. They'll pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield.
We move to the bottom of the first inning. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Indians and A's on a warm late afternoon in Bloomfield. The Indians a 2 spot in the top of the first inning, and now Aiden Fowler will head to the mound and try to put a 0 on the board for the Indians. The A's starting lineup. Drew Lindberg will lead it off. He's in center field today. Caleb Martin, the shortstop, bats second. Gavin McCall catching and batting third. Trey Armstrong, the pitcher, hits cleanup for the A's. Batting fifth, playing third base, Tyler Hewitt. Josh McCall in right field. No, I skipped someone here. Presley Cantrell batting fifth, playing first. Then Tyler Hewitt at third. He bats sixth. Josh McCall in right field hits seventh. Morgan Van Heemert, the left fielder, batting eighth. Caden Martin at second base, batting ninth. The defense for the Indians finds Emmett Newton in left. Tucker Marshall in center. Nathan Schooley in right. At third base, Michael Early, Aiden Ryan the shortstop, Ian Ryan at second base, Nolan Kramer at first, and the catcher is Cooper Kleiman. Indians with the navy blue tops, red lettering trimmed in white on the front, white lettering and white numbers on the back. The navy caps with the red brim, A's in the green and gold, of course. And standing in is the center fielder, Drew Lindberg. Right-hander to right-hander to start the bottom of the first inning. And the first pitch is on the outside corner. Or called strike. Fowler toes the rubber from the first base side and brings it home. That's downstairs all the way to the backstop. Evens the count at 1-1. A walk, an error, a fielder's choice, a couple stolen bases, and a 2-out, 2-run single by Nolan Kramer gave the Indians the 2-0 lead. A's trying to answer here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of the catcher Kleiman, and the count goes to 1-2 on Drew Lindbergh. Lindbergh digs back in. Fowler's 1-2. Swing and a miss, but it goes all the way to the backstop. It's a strikeout, but Lindbergh's going to reach base. And so the A's have a runner to start the bottom half of the first inning in unconventional fashion. Strikeout, wild pitch. That will bring up Caleb Martin, the shortstop. Lindbergh waiting to take his lead at first, and now Fowler will have to work from the stretch. First pitch. Little looper, shallow left field. That's down for a base hit. It skitters by Newton. Around second on his way to third is Lindbergh. The throw coming into third. The relay will not be made. And the A's have runners on the corners with nobody out. And now an RBI opportunity for the catcher, Gavin McCall. Powerful right-handed batter digs in, slightly open stance. Kind of crowds the plate a little bit as well. Fowler from the stretch. Pitch, ground ball left side through the whole, base hit. That'll score a run. Stopping at second is Martin. An RBI for McCall, and the A's have cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. And that strikeout but wild pitch turns into a run for the A's. That brings up the pitcher, Trent Armstrong. Charged with 2 runs in the first, although they'd be unearned. Now a pickoff throw to second, not in time. So Armstrong saw 2 runs go up against his pitching in the top half of the first, but the A's have 1 back, and now Armstrong a chance to tie the game with a runner in scoring position. First and second, and a high drive to left center field. Over the head, wind blown over the head of Marshall. That's going to roll a bit. Runners had to hold up for a moment. Now around third on his way home is Martin. Stopping at third is McCall. It's an RBI double for Armstrong. This game is tied at 2. And there we see what kind of effect the wind is having on this ball game. A southwest wind at 22 miles an hour. Tucker Marshall thought he had a beat on it, and the wind just blew it away from him. Now a pop-up on the infield. First pitch swinging was Presley Cantrell, the first baseman, but he pops it back to the pitcher Armstrong, and that is the first out of the inning. As Fowler finally records an out. Again, he had a strikeout to start the game, but the ball got away, and the batter reached first. Here's Tyler Hewitt, the third baseman. Second and third, 1 away, and a letter-high strike, 0-1. Gavin McCall, the runner at third. Trey Armstrong, the runner at second. The 0-1. Ground ball to short. Up with it. And they'll flip to third. They'll get the tag out there. A run scores. Oh, he missed the tag. Everybody's safe. And it's 3-2 A's. The shortstop, Aiden Ryan, threw to third, where Michael Early was unable to apply the tag. It's a fielder's choice. Everybody's safe. The run scores. And now here is Josh McCall. Throw to first instead, not in time. So Hewitt gets an RBI. McCall scores. Armstrong safe at third. Runners at the corner, still only 1 away. And here's a ground ball down to third, bobbled and picked up. Throw to second, not in time. Now the runner coming home, and Armstrong will score. And it is 4-2. So that'll be a fielder's choice and an RBI for Josh McCall. Armstrong scores. Hewitt beats the throw to second. I'm not sure that Michael Early, the third baseman, realized he could have gotten to third behind Armstrong and maybe tagged him out. Armstrong went a couple of steps and stopped. Really didn't have a way to get back, but when Early threw to second, Armstrong was able to score. Now here is the left fielder, Morgan Van Hemert. And he takes strike 1. Indians scored 2 in the top of the first, but the A's have 4 on the board here in the bottom half and still only 1 out with runners at first and second. The 0-1. Little looper left side. That'll get through for a base hit. They'll send the runner around third. On his way home is Hewitt. Throw will come to the center of the diamond. It's an RBI single for Van Hemert, and it is 5-2 A's. Stopping at second on the play is McCall. And now the 9th hitter in the order, Cade Martin, will stand in. First pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Martin. The next offering, little chopper foul back behind the plate, 0-2. This inning started with a strikeout, but then a wild pitch allowed the batter Lindbergh to reach base. The A's put together 3 straight hits after that. Fowler recorded 1 out on a pop-up, but 2 fielders' choices after that where no outs were recorded, then another base hit. Pitch inside off the glove of the catcher Kleiman. Both runners will try to advance. A throw down to third, not in time, backed up nicely by the shortstop Ryan. That'll be a passed ball. And now runners at second and third. Count is 1-2 on Martin. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Fowler, 2 down. I believe this is Chade Gilchrist batting in the 10th spot. First pitch. Fouled back, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Gilchrist. A's with a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the first inning and still 2 more runners in scoring position. McCall at third, Van Hemert at second. The 0-1. Pop foul back over the screen. Thumping off the press box at the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Fowler a strike away from perhaps finally getting out of the inning. The pitch. Low and away, 1-2. Good job by Gilchrist to lay off that pitch. That was tempting. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fowler from the stretch. Downstairs, 2-2. That is twice that Gilchrist has declined to chase a pitch just out of the zone. Now 2-2. The next offering. Ground ball to short. Through the legs of Ryan into left field. 1 run is in. They'll send the runner. And it'll be 2 runs scoring for the A's. It's now 7-2. You'd have to consider that an error. So the runs would be unearned if you're keeping score, but the A's have batted around. We're back to the top of the order. Drew Lindbergh, he struck out to start this half inning, but reached when the pitch got away. Runner at first, 2 down, and the pitch low and away for ball 1. One and 0 the count to Lindbergh, batting for the second time in the inning. That pitch is outside, and the count 2-0. Right-handed batter, no batting gloves for Drew Lindbergh. The pitch upstairs, 3-0. Caleb Martin on deck. Fowler from the stretch, the pitch, up and in, ball 4. Lindbergh draws the walk. Gilchrist will head to second, and here is Caleb Martin, who had a single and a run scored earlier in this inning. A's 7, Indians 2. Still only the first inning, so you're pulling for the Indians. They still have a lot of time to come back. Pitch downstairs, ball 1. Both pitchers with a lot of pitches in the first inning. The 28th pitch for Fowler is downstairs, and he falls behind Caleb Barton 2-0. Both teams have had some clutch hits in the first inning. The Indians, Nolan Kramer had the 2-out, 2 RBI hit in the top of the first. That pitch outside 3-0. For the A's here in the bottom of the first, Gavin McCall has an RBI single, Trey Armstrong an RBI double, Morgan Van Hemert an RBI single. 2-0 to Martin. Fowler just trying to find the plate right now. And that's downstairs. Pardon me, 3-0. Now that's ball 4, back-to-back walks. And that'll load the bases for Gavin McCall. An RBI single and a run scored his first time up. McCall digs in. The base is loaded. Fowler goes back to the windup. And a little looper to the shortstop, Ryan, who makes a nice catch to retire the side. The A's get 7, though, in the first inning. And after 1, it's the A's 7 and the Indians 2. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
Look at this house, Brad. Just the place for some songwriting inspiration. It could be a song about home insurance or auto insurance or a car-home bundle with Nationwide. 2 songs in one. What would you call that, a crossover?
I think it's more of a mashup, Peyton.
Yeah, a mashup. Genius. Let's make a mashup.
Hi, this is Sherry with Northside Insurance in Bloomfield. Call us at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield or Centerville.
Savings compared to standalone price of each policy. Products availability varies by state agent and other factors. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, Columbus, Ohio.
We move on to the top of the second inning. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Indians and A's this afternoon from Bloomfield, and after an inning, the A's have a 7-2 lead. Trey Armstrong out for his second inning of work, 20 pitches in the first inning. Had a walk and a strikeout. 2 runs charged to him unearned after an error. And for the Indians, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the order. Michael Early, Nathan Schooley, and Emmett Newton. Again, very windy here in Bloomfield today. Officially, at game times, a southwest wind at 22 miles an hour. Gusting more than that at times. So Early will stride to the plate. Tall, lanky right-handed batter. No batting gloves. And he'll dig in, crowd the plate a little bit. Armstrong on the mound into the wind, and the first pitch of the second inning. Bounces in there for ball 1. As we said, well, the A's were batting around in the bottom of the first. A lot of time for the Indians to come back. Trailing 7-2 here as we start the second inning. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Won't be too much longer until the high schoolers take over this field as that pitch is chopped slowly to the right side. Could be a tough play. Charging is Cade Martin Fields. Throws, got him for out number 1. Nice play by the left-handed fielding second baseman, Cade Martin. That brings up the right fielder, Nathan Schooley. He'll dig in. Just a hint of a closed stance up near the front side of that batter's box. And a pop-up with a wind play with it. Coming in is Martin. It lands between all three fielders. Little Bermuda triangle there. And safe at first on the bloop single is Schooley. That brings up the left fielder, Emmett Newton. First pitch here, a little bit high to Newton, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Next offering. Off the glove of the catcher all the way to the backstop. Down to second is Schooley on what I believe is a wild pitch. And it was a ball. 2-0 the count to Newton. And now man in scoring position. The next offering. Swinging a grounder past the mound. Charging is the shortstop, Caleb Martin. He'll throw to first in time. And that's two away as down to third goes Schooley. We go back to the top of the Indians order at Aiden Fowler. Pitches right-handed, bats left-handed. He walked his first time up today. First pitch here. Little liner past the outstretched glove of Martin into center field for an RBI single, and the Indians get one back. It's now 7-3. Fowler with the RBI. Just out of the reach of Caleb Martin between his glove and the second base bag. Here is Tucker Marshall. He reached on an error, stole a base, and scored a run in the first inning. Fowler the runner at first with two down. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. Good job by the catcher, McCall, to knock that one down. 1-0 to Marshall. Another hitter who doesn't bother with the batting gloves. Fowler's got his lead. Not going. And a swing and a miss. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Mentioned that Davis County High School baseball a little more than a month away. As the runner goes, the pitch is down and in. The throw down to second, and it gets into center field, but it'll be backed up quickly by Lindbergh, and Fowler will hold at second with his stolen base. Pitch, I believe, was called a strike, so it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes. 7-3 the score. Indians trying to get another one, and that pitch up and away. Marshall thought about it, but laid off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Feels like the kind of ball game where a lot of runs could be scored, but this also feels like a pretty big run for the Indians out at second. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, chased a high one. And the inning is over. The Indians do get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and after 1.5, the A's 7, the Indians 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Everyone wants a great smile. At Petrito Orthodontics, that's what we specialize in. Hi, this is Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Straight teeth not only look good, they also give you a good bite. When your upper and lower teeth fit together the way they should, it is easier to bite, chew, and speak. Whether you are considering Invisalign or traditional braces, give our office a call to schedule a free, no-obligation appointment. No referral needed. We look forward to meeting you at Petrito Orthodontics on Pennsylvania Street in Ottumwa and next to Wendy's in Oskaloosa.
Bottom of the second inning, Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. A's have a 7-3 lead on the Indians as the A's come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. Trey Armstrong, Presley Cantrell, and Tyler Hewitt, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the A's against right-hander Aiden Fowler. Fowler needed 31 pitches to get through that first inning. Issued a couple of walks, also had a couple of strikeouts. There was one error in the inning. There were a couple other times where there were fielder's choices where runs scored and outs were not recorded. You couldn't call it an error, but it wasn't a hit either. So I would say that Fowler pitched a little bit better than the numbers would show in the first inning, and he'd like to put a 0 on the board here in the second. Give the Indians a chance to continue on that comeback trail. Armstrong had an RBI double his first time up. Hit a fly ball towards left center field that the wind helped carry out beyond the reach of the center fielder, Tucker Marshall. So pitcher versus pitcher here. Outfield shading Armstrong to pull the ball. The center fielder, Marshall, several steps over toward the left center field gap. First pitch of the inning, or the half inning, low and away, ball 1. Armstrong digs back in. Almost right in the center of that right-handed batter's box. A liner over the leaping shortstop into left field for a base hit. Boy, you could see Aiden Ryan try to time that leap, and I think he timed it right. The ball was just out of his reach. Armstrong 2 for 2. That brings up the first baseman, Cantrell. He popped out his first time up. Armstrong a short lead at first. And the pitch sails on Fowler. It goes behind Cantrell for ball 1. Looked like that one just slipped out of the old hand. 1-0 the count. Fowler from the stretch. Good pitch in there on the outside corner for a strike. We're even at 1-1. Every time I try to get to looking ahead to high school baseball next month, a play happens. We'll see a throw to first here, and it gets away all the way to the backstop, but it's not a lot of room over there. Running it down quickly is Kramer, and holding it first is Armstrong. The first, well, I will actually double check this. The first allowed day of competition for high school baseball is May 20th. As there's a strike to Cantrell, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch off the hands, a roller out to third, fielded, and the throw to second is in time. They get the lead man. No relay to first, but a good play by Michael Early to get the lead runner. Fielder's choice. Armstrong out at second. Score at 5-4. Cantrell at first on the fielder's choice. 1 down for Tyler Hewitt. Reached on a fielder's choice. Picked up an RBI, scored a run in the first inning. That pitch is outside to Hewitt. Ball 1. All right, we've got it right here. The season opener for Davis County High School Baseball, May 21st. A doubleheader right here at home for Davis County, taking on Wayne. That pitch misses to Hewitt, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Chopped foul back to the screen, 2-1. This summer, we will be bringing you Davis County baseball right here. Digital video streaming on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo will have the call all summer long. The pitch fouled off the mask of our umpire, and we're even at 2-2. Jason Van Arkel with you from Bloomfield this evening, filling in for Ellis. He'll be back on the next Babe Ruth League broadcast. Corey Finch, our on-site producer tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hewitt. Pitch on the outside corner called strike three. Third strikeout for Fowler. 2 down now for the A's in the second. And a man at first for Josh McCall. Reached on a fielder's choice. Drove in a run and scored a run in the first. A's have a 7-3 lead. Fowler on the mound for the Indians looking for a bounce back inning. Pitch on the way. A little bit off the plate, ball one. Cantrell, the runner at first. Wind kicks up a little bit as that pitch sails outside 2-0. Kicking up a little bit, relatively speaking, today. It's blowing 20 miles an hour plus to begin with, and when we say it kicks up a bit, we're probably talking about a 30-mile-an-hour gust. That pitch sails in high, and Fowler has fallen behind McCall 3-0 with Morgan Van Hemert on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. That is the third walk issued by Fowler, and that'll put runners at first and second for Van Hemert, who had an RBI single and a run scored in that 7-run first for the A's. First pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. One and 0 to Van Hemert. He's leading 7-3, trying to put together a 2-out rally and add to the lead. Fowler from the stretch, and that pitch swung on and missed. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Van Hemert will step out for a moment, take a practice swing, try to gather himself and stand back in. No batting gloves on the hands. Wears the high socks with the uniform. Runner starts and stops. The pitch is low, gets through the legs of the catcher, and down to third goes Cantrell on a wild pitch. McCall holding it first. Count is 2-1 to Van Hemert. And now if you are Cooper Kleiman, the catcher, next pitch in the dirt, you need to make sure you knock it down or a run could come home. The pitch. Fly ball shallow to right, and making the catch is Nathan Schooley, coming in to retire the side, so Fowler gets off the hook. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. After 2, the A's 7, the Indians 3. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Josh Benj with Pulaski Lumber. Did winter put a stop to all your projects? Ugh, spring is finally here, and now is a great time to start. We have what you need for all your building and remodeling projects. Looking to add a deck? We can help you design it, and we have new composite and PVC deck options. We also have several options for siding. From vinyl to LP siding, we have what you need. Whatever project you're working on this spring, we'd like to help out at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
Pulaski Lumber, 2 blocks south of the highway on 2nd Street in Pulaski.
Those beautiful spring days are upon us. Time to watch some baseball and grill out. At Slayton Polaris, it's also time for one of the best sales of the year, the Spring Sales Event. I'd like to invite you to stop in and pick out your new Polaris Ranger 900. You will get large rebates and great financing options. Call us for more information. Just Google Slayton Polaris to find our number or stop in and see us 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Offer valid through the end of this month on new 2015 through 2019 vehicles. Subject to credit approval. Offers vary by model. See Slayton Polaris for details. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Top of the third inning, Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. A's 7, Indians 3. A's are making some defensive switches here. Drew Lindberg has come in from center field to play shortstop, it appears. Caleb Martin has gone from shortstop to right field. And it looks like Josh McCall has gone from right field to center field. I believe those are the only 3 changes. For the Indians, they'll have 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Aiden Ryan, Cooper Kleiman, and Nolan Kramer. Indians put 2 on the board in the top of the first, but the A's responded with 7 in the bottom half. Indians got 1 run back in the second, so they bat here in the third, trailing by 4. Aiden Ryan Reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base, scored a run in the first inning. Swing and a miss here. And Trey Armstrong on the mound is ahead 0-1. Right-hander to right-hander. Ryan crowding the plate and the pitch. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind by Armstrong and the pitch. Chopper foul left side, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Aiden Ryan digs back in. Armstrong winds. And the 1-2. Ground ball right side and knocked down but not cleanly. It'll get through. And reaching is Aiden Ryan. Cade Martin unable to make the play, and so that'll be an error. 1 on, nobody out for Cooper Kleiman, who struck out swinging his first time up. Another big gust of wind kicks up the dust a little bit. Indians trying to claw their way back, trailing 7-3 here in the third. The pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Armstrong from the stretch. Runner goes. Pitch is in the dirt. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base for Aiden Ryan, his second of the game. Count evens to Kleiman at a ball and a strike. Now the Indians have a man in scoring position with nobody out. Armstrong gets his sign. The pitch. Breaking ball sailed out of the hand of Armstrong over the head of Kleiman. 2-1 to the Indians catcher. The stretch and the pitch. Downstairs, 3-1. Sluggers count for Kleiman. Nolan Kramer on deck. See if Kleiman gets something he can drive here, the 3-1. And he does hit a sharp line drive, but just foul down the third baseline. That ball was less than a foot away from probably being an RBI double. Count fills to Kleiman, 3-2. Certainly that's the hardest hit ball we've seen so far in this game. Full count to Kleiman, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody out top of the third. Runner goes, the pitch. Ball 4 gets to the backstop. Turning and looking is Aiden Ryan, but he'll stay at third. No wild pitch because Ryan was in motion well before that ball was delivered. Second stolen base of the inning, third of the game. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and here's Kramer, who had a big 2-out, 2 RBI single in the top of the first on an 0-2 pitch. Left-handed batting first baseman digs in. Runner at first goes, the pitch. Outside, ball 1, no throw as Kleiman steals second. Indians running at will in this game. The 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0. Trying to count up how many stolen bases the Indians have. Got them with 6 steals already in this game as a team. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1 on Kramer. Aiden Ryan, the runner at third. Cooper Kleiman, the runner at second. Throw to second, not in time. Left-handed batting, Kramer digs back in. A base hit could score 2 and cut the A's lead in half. The pitch. Off the plate outside, 3-1 with Ian Ryan on deck. Kramer digs back in, looking for something he can drive. Big hole on the right side of the infield, too. The pitch. Low and in, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And here is Ian Ryan, who bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. The catcher, Josh McCall, out to talk to Armstrong here, maybe help him refocus a bit. Ian, the younger of the two Ryans, has a chance to drive in Aiden Ryan from third base right here. Base is full of Indians and nobody out here in the top of the third. They trail by 4 with a tying run at the plate. Ground ball, awkward hop. Armstrong knocks it down, picks it up, throws to the plate in time for the force. And there's one down. That ball looked like it was headed for the second baseman, and it hit the turf and took a left turn, ended up bouncing off the forearm of Armstrong, but he stayed with it and made a nice play. So Aiden Ryan is retired at home 1-2. Kleiman to third, Kramer to second, Ian Ryan at first, and here is Michael Early. And a pop up to the right side, foul, and out of the reach, it appears, of the first baseman, Presley Cantrell. That'll just be strike one. Michael Early, bounced out to second his first time up. Still a situation here where any ball hit past the mound on the ground's probably going to get a run home here. As that pitch is chopped towards the shortstop, it's going to get through for a hit. One run is in. Coming around third and on his way home is Kramer. A 2-run single, a seeing eye grounder for Michael Early, and it is 7-5. The Indians have cut the lead to 2. 2 RBI for Michael Early. Kleiman scored easily from third. Kramer came around from second to score, so the walks come back to haunt the A's. Ian Ryan stopped at second, and here's Nathan Schooley, a single and a run scored his first time up, and that pitch down and in, ball one. Still only one out in the inning. Tying runs on base, go-ahead run at the plate. Runner goes from second. The pitch popped foul back towards the press box. In fact, if I had a net, I could have reached out and caught it. Count is even at a ball and a strike to Schooley. I almost could have caught that without a net. Just stuck my hand out the window. 1-1 to Schooley. Runner again goes from second, and the pitch swung on and missed. The throw down to third, and it gets by, rolls down the line. Up and heading for home is Ian Ryan. And the throw comes back into shortstop. It is 7-6. Ryan steals third, and then he will score on the throwing error by the catcher, McCall. And Early goes to second on the overthrow. Count is a ball and 2 strikes. Tying run now at second. The pitch way high, 2-2. Well, we told you in the first inning, even as the A's were taking that 7-2 lead, the Indians had plenty of time to come back. They've made it 7-6, and they're threatening to tie the game. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and a big strikeout for Trey Armstrong as he retires Schooley for out number 2. Third strikeout for Armstrong, and that brings up the left fielder, Emmett Newton, who grounded to short his first time up. Swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. Down to third, and the throw not in time off the glove of Hewitt, but it doesn't get too far away. Early takes third on the wild pitch. Count is 0-1 to Newton. And now a little bit more pressure on the catcher, Gavin McCall, because if another pitch in the dirt gets away, the tying run could score. The 0-1. Popped up near the plate. McCall tries to find it, and he can't make the catch. It hits the ground, but now the runner at third in no man's land, but hustling back is Early. Everybody's safe. And we go back to the top of the order, Aiden Fowler. That would have to go in the book as an error. Good job by Armstrong, though, to back up his catcher when the ball hit the ground. He picked it up and forced Michael Early to go back to third. Runner at first goes, pitches downstairs. They don't throw through. Newton steals second. Pitch missed for ball 1, I believe. And the next offering. Line in the air, foul off to the left out of play. Count evens at a ball and a strike. 3 runs home in the inning for the Indians. 2 more potential runs at second and third. The 1-1. Popped foul back and out of play. Boy, the wind gave that ball a chance to land in the field of play, but it just hit the top of the backstop. And it is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Armstrong trying to get out of the inning and keep his team in front. The pitch, up and away, 2-2. Two and two. Kick and the pitch. Way outside, 3-2. Tucker Marshall is on deck. First base is open, but another free pass would load the bases. Armstrong has walked 2 in the inning. The pitch. Well, I thought it was 3-2. Now apparently it is 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff. High ball 4. Third walk of the inning. Bases are loaded again. And here is Tucker Marshall, who has reached on an error and struck out 0 for 2. 9th batter of the inning for the Indians. A's still lead 7-6. The pitch. In the dirt, kicked away from a call. He can't find it, but the runners will hold, and it's just ball 1. Tucker Marshall a chance to at least tie the game or perhaps give the Indians the lead again. The 1-0. In the dirt again, this time to the backstop. Runner coming home. The throw to the plate. The tag, not in time. And we're tied at 7 on the wild pitch. I thought they had a shot at him, but the throw just a little bit late. Now runners at second and third. The go-ahead run at third. 2-0 to Marshall. Indians have come all the way back from a 7-2 deficit. 4 runs home in the frame and still a chance for more. Fouled back to the screen, and the count is 2-1. Two and 1 the count. The pitch. Little looper to the right side. That's through the hole. Up with it is the right fielder Martin, but a run scores, and the Indians have regained the lead 8-7 on the 2-out RBI single by Tucker Marshall. Went the other way through the huge hole on the right side. Scoring is Newton. It's an unearned run. Fowler stopped at third. And the batter is Aiden Ryan. That pitch to the backstop. Holding at third is Fowler, but down to second is Marshall on a wild pitch. Aiden Ryan started this inning by reaching on an error. He stole second and third, but with the bases loaded, he was thrown out at home on a force play. And that pitch grounded to short, up with it. And the throw to first, not in time, and it gets away. 1 run is in, a second run coming home, and the Indians now lead 10-7. Drew Lindberg, who moved to shortstop from center field at the start of this inning, fielded it cleanly. The throw short hopping. I think Ryan would have beaten it out anyway, so it's a single and an RBI. That scored Fowler, and then the throw getting away scored Marshall. Both runs unearned, so you've got a hit and an error on the play. Ryan gets an RBI. It's 10-7 Indians, and now a foul ball by Kleiman gives him a count of 0-1. Cooper Kleiman walked, stole a base, and scored earlier this inning. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss here, and he's down on the count 0 and 2. Runner goes, the 0-2 pitch, and it clipped him in the arm. So a hit batsman will put runners on first and second. And that will bring up Nolan Kramer, who is 1 for 1. He had a 2-run single in the first inning. He walked and scored earlier in this third inning. Indians 10, A's 7. And now it's my turn to say the A's still have plenty of time to come back. Swing and a miss by Kramer, 0-1. Trey Armstrong on the mound, just trying to find a way to get that third out. Runner goes from second. The pitch outside. Both runners going. A throw down to second. The catch, the tag, and out at second to end the inning as Gavin McCall guns down Cooper Kleiman. So the inning ends, but the Indians score 7 times. They take a 10-7 lead. We go to the bottom of the third. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Please pull to the next window.
Accidents can happen.
Turn right in 100 feet.
You have arrived. And when they do, Collision Corner is your preferred body shop. John at Collision Corner will work directly with your insurance company. He can handle your claim from start to finish. At Collision Corner, they know you need your car back as soon as possible. They'll pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield.
Bottom of the third inning, Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Back and forth affair between the Indians and the A's today, and it's the Indians who now lead 10-7. Each team has had a 7-run frame. For the A's, it was the first inning. For the Indians, it was the just completed top of the third. The Indians also had 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Aiden Fowler, the pitcher for the Indians, kept the A's off the board in the second inning, and now it's the A's who have to try to rally. Cade Martin will lead it off. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Fowler has struck out 3. He's also walked 3. Now the ball is returned to the mound, and I think we're ready to get going. Sun has disappeared behind the clouds. Still a very pleasant day for a ball game, especially for mid-April. Pitch is outside to Cade Martin, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch up and in, and it is 2-0 to Martin. Fowler's next pitch sails on him high. 3 balls, no strikes. Open stance for Martin. Right-hander to right-hander. The pitch. Down low, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to start the inning. We go back to the top of the order for Drew Lindberg. He has yet to put the ball in play. He struck out but reached on a wild pitch and scored in the first, and also had a walk later in that 7-run first inning. First pitch here, and therefore a strike, 0-1. From the right side of the rubber, the pitch. First base side, pitch is high, 1-1. Indians credited, at least in my book, with 10 runs on 6 hits. A's have 7 runs on 5 hits. Throw to first and not in time. Diving back in safely was Martin. One and one to Lindbergh. Started the game in center field, now playing shortstop for the A's. Fowler's pitch, swing and a miss. Tied him up a bit inside, 1-2. Right-hander comes set, the stretch in the 1-2. Downstairs, 2-2. A's trying to come back now from a 10-7 deficit here in the third. The 2-2 pitch, low and away, runner was going. Pitch in the dirt, no chance to throw down to second. It's 3-2 to Lindbergh as Cade Martin steals second. Well, the Indians have been putting on a stolen base clinic when they've been at the plate. Now the A's give them a little bit of their own medicine. 3-2 to Lindbergh, now with the runner at second and nobody out. Caleb Martin on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Called, strike 3 at the letters for out number 1. That's a big pitch for Fowler. His 4th strikeout, that'll bring up Caleb Martin. Singled and scored early in the first inning and walked later in that first inning. Runner at second and 1 down. The pitch. Ground ball right side, big hole over there. It'll get through for a base hit. Around third on his way home is Cade Martin. And the throw sails wide of first base. Down to second on that overthrow is Caleb Martin. He gets an RBI single, and it's 10-8. Martin drives in Martin. And Caleb Martin takes second on the throw home, or in the direction of home. Both of these teams, and there's a runner on second, are having their second baseman hold that runner on. And both teams have taken advantage of the hole on the right side. Runner goes down to third, pitches in the dirt. Ball 1 to Gavin McCall, and Caleb Martin steals third. So I think both teams now have basically decided to open the floodgates on the base paths. McCall had an RBI single and a run in the first inning, also has lined out in this game. Pitch up high, and the count is 2-0 to the A's catcher. McCall ended the top of the third by throwing out Cooper Kleiman, trying to steal. The pitch popped up right side. Fowler calling for it. The pitcher makes the catch near the first baseline for out number 2. Caleb Martin has to hold at third, and it's 2 down for Trey Armstrong. RBI double and a run scored in the first, and he singled in the second. Armstrong does represent the tying run. Outfield shading him well over towards left field. First pitch. Swing and a miss, chased a high one, I think, 0-1. No balls and a strike, pitcher to pitcher here in the bottom of the third inning. A's trailing 10-8. The pitch. Pop foul back over the screen, out of play, and Martin down on the count, 0-2. Presley Cantrell on deck if the inning continues past Armstrong. Fowler from the stretch, a check of the runner on the pitch. Downstairs, and a good eye by Armstrong to lay off that one. Now the runner trying to come home. Martin trotting back to third. They'll throw down to third, got him in a pickle. Now the throw to the plate, and not in time. Martin scores. Well, Martin wanted to get in a pickle, figured he could beat the throw in the end, and he did. And it is 10-9. Martin will get credit for a steal of home. 1-2 to Trey Armstrong. Fowler's 1-2 pitch inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on base, 2 down, but Fowler staying in the stretch. He's been in the stretch most of this game anyway. The 2-2 pitch popped up right side. Calling for it is Ian Ryan, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the A's tack on 2 more runs. Only 1 hit in the inning, but 3 stolen bases. And no one left on base. After 3, the Indians 10, the A's 9. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
Look at this house, Brad. Just the place for some songwriting inspiration. It could be a song about home insurance or auto insurance or a car home bundle with Nationwide. 2 songs in one. What would you call that, a crossover?
I think it's more of a mashup, Peyton.
Yeah, a mashup. Genius. Let's make a mashup.
Hi, this is Sherry with Northside Insurance in Bloomfield. Call us at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield or Centerville.
Savings compared to standalone price of each policy. Product availability varies by state agent and other factors. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, Columbus, Ohio.
Top of the 4th. Some changes for the A's defensively. They've cut the deficit to 1. The Indians lead at 10-9. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Trey Armstrong is no longer pitching. After 3 innings on the mound, he is now at first base. Presley Cantrell has taken his place on the mound. Looks like they've moved. Caleb Martin is now in left field. Morgan Van Hemert is now in center. And Josh McCall has gone back to right field. Pretty sure those are all the changes for the A's. And the first batter that Cantrell will face is Nolan Kramer, who was batting when Cooper Kleiman was caught stealing to end the top of the 3rd inning. Indians 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 7 in the third, A's 7 in the first, and 2 in the third. Get a gate closed over their third base side. We're ready to go righty to lefty. First pitch to Kramer. Downstairs, ball 1. Nolan Kramer, a 2 RBI single in the first inning and a walk and a run in the third. Cantrell from the stretch in the pitch. Up and away, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. And the next offering, low and away, 3-0. Try to get some semblance of a pitching line for Armstrong. A lot of the runs scored against him unearned. That pitch misses away, and a 4-pitch walk to Kramer begins the top of the 4th. That brings up Ian Ryan. He's twice reached on a fielder's choice. The second time he ended up stealing a base and scoring a run. First pitch here. Bounced in there, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Ian Ryan. Kramer the runner at first. The pitch. That's a strike in the outside corner. Ryan let it go by. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. The next pitch, little looper towards third. It'll land fair in the grass. Throw to first, now throw to second. They'll get the out at second. as Taylor Hewitt, no chance to get to that pop-up, no chance to get the runner at first, but because it was a pop-up, Kramer had to hold up, and they were able to get the force out at second, 5-4. So for the third straight time, Ryan reaches on a fielder's choice. And in a moment, we'll see Michael Early bat. Bit of a discrepancy here about the batting order. The A's weren't sure that Nolan Kramer had batted first in the inning, but he did, and he was supposed to. He was at the plate when the runner was caught stealing to end the third. Everything, at least by my book, everything's in order. And so here is Michael Early, who is grounded out, and he's had a 2-run single and scored a run. 1 on, 1 out for the Indians, leading 10-9 in the top of the fourth. The pitch. Chased a high one, swing and a miss, no balls and a strike. Early digs back in. Right-hander to right-hander, and stepping off and bluffing a throw was Cantrell. Diving back in, but no throw was Ryan. Now the 0-1 pitch to Early. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, but not too far. Count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Cantrell sets him down on 3 pitches, and there's 2 away for Nathan Schooley. Schooley 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. First pitch low and away, gets away from McCall all the way to the backstop, and down to second on the wild pitch goes Ian Ryan. Ball 1 to Schooley. Indians leading 10-9, looking for a little bit of insurance. Runner at second, 2 down, and the 1-0. Fouled back to the screen, 1 ball, 1 strike. Line on Armstrong, he threw 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, walked 4, struck out 3. And now the relief pitcher Cantrell brings it home 1-1. On the outside corner, strike 2. Boy, this would be a huge inning for Cantrell and the A's. He gave up the lead in the top of the third. He got 2 back in the bottom third, made it a 1-run game, put a 0 on the board. Momentum's in your dugout. But here's a fly ball down the line in the left. Over to get it and making the shoestring catch near the line was Caleb Martin to retire the side. Had him played well. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Indians 10, A's 9. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Everyone wants a great smile. At Petrito Orthodontics, that's what we specialize in. Hi, this is Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Straight teeth not only look good, they also give you a good bite. When your upper and lower teeth fit together the way they should, it is easier to bite, chew, and speak. Whether you are considering Invisalign or traditional braces, give our office a call to schedule a free, no-obligation appointment. No referral needed. We look forward to meeting you at Petrito Orthodontics on Pennsylvania Street in Ottumwa and next to Wendy's in Oskaloosa.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. A's come to bat, trailing the Indians 10-9. Looks like we might have some defensive changes for the Indians here, trying to pick up the numbers. pretty sure I see Emmett Newton now playing third base. And it looks like he's just traded places with Michael Early. Michael Early now in left field. Aiden Fowler still on the mound for the Indians. 3 innings pitched so far. First batter he'll face here is Presley Cantrell, who's now pitching for the A's, and the pitch to Cantrell, swing and a miss. Might have gotten a piece of it, send it back to the screen, 0-1. Cantrell has popped out and reached on a fielder's choice, so 0 for 2. Indians 10 runs on 6 hits, swing and a miss. A's 9 runs on 6 hits. Count is 0-2 now to Cantrell. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, pop foul back and out of play, and we'll do it again at 0-2. A new or newish baseball for Fowler. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, to retire Cantrell for out number 1. Here's Tyler Hewitt. 0 for 2, has driven in a run on a fielder's choice. Pitch down and in, ball 1. Hewitt struck out looking his last time up. And the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outer half, 1-1. Five strikeouts now for Aiden Fowler. His 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Indians leading 10-9. The pitch sails outside, and it's 2-2 to Hewitt. Josh McCall on deck for the A's. Fowler into the wind. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to center. They were shading him the other way, and the ball lands untouched. Around first, on his way to second is Hewitt. The throw not in time. They were shading Hewitt to pull, and he hit it to dead center field. Nobody could get there in time, and Hewitt has himself a 1-out double. He's the tying run at second base. Here is McCall. 0 for 1 with the fielder's choice and an RBI in the first inning, also scored a run. He walked in the second inning. See if the A's get aggressive with Hewitt at second base. Not going here. And the pitch misses for ball 1. They have turned the lights on here at what we sometimes affectionately call Fairgrounds Field. The lights really haven't taken full effect as of yet. The pitch. Swing and a pop foul back and out of play, 1-1. Indians leading 10-9, but the A's a 1-out threat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner at second. McCall representing the go-ahead run at the plate. He takes a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Fowler looking for his 6th strikeout. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets it. Second strikeout of the inning, 2 down. And for the A's, the 4th inning is up to Morgan Van Heemer. RBI single and a run scored in the first inning. Flew out to right field in the second. Lanky right-handed batter twirls the bat and digs in. First pitch. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. In a ball game that had 19 runs through the first 3 innings, might seem a little hard to believe that 1 run feels big, but this feels like a big spot in this game. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Van Heemer tied up inside, and he's down on the count, 0-2. Fowler one pitch away from striking out the side and getting out of the inning. Let's see if Van Hemert can battle here and fight his way back. Digs in. Fowler into the stretch. The 0-2. Late swing and a foul off to the right out of play, and Van Hemert spoiled a pretty good pitch there. He lets that go. That's strike 3. Did well to fight it off. Still 0-2. He with the runner at second gets his lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left as Fowler strikes out the side. We go to the 5th inning. A's 10, Indians 9 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Josh Binge with Pulaski Lumber. Did winter put a stop to all your projects? Ugh. Spring is finally here, and now is a great time to start. We have what you need for all your building and remodeling projects. Looking to add a deck? We can help you design it, and we have new composite and PVC deck options. We also have several options for siding. From vinyl to LP siding, we have what you need. Whatever project you're working on this spring, we'd like to help out at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
Pulaski Lumber, 2 blocks south of the highway on 2nd Street in Pulaski.
Those beautiful spring days are upon us. Time to watch some baseball and grill out. At Slayton Polaris, it's also time for one of the best sales of the year, the spring sales event. I'd like to invite you to stop in and pick out your new Polaris Ranger 900. You will get large rebates and great financing options. Call us for more information. Just Google Slayton Polaris to find our number or stop in and see us 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Offer valid through the end of this month on new 2015 through 2019 vehicles. Subject to credit approval. Offers vary by model. See Slayton Polaris for details. Always wear a helmet. Never drink and ride.
Top of the 5th inning, Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. High scoring and competitive affair between the A's and the Indians this afternoon. Indians come to bat in the top of the 5th with a 10-9 lead. Presley Cantrell on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. He threw a scoreless 4th inning. And he'll face 9, 1, and 2 in the Indian order, Newton, Fowler, and Marshall. Emmett Newton, 0 for 2. Last time up in the 3rd inning, reached on an error, stole a base, and scored a run. Each team has had a 7-run inning in this game. The pitch, down and in, ball 1. The Indians scored 7 runs, or the Indians scored their 7 runs in the 3rd inning. The A's scored their 7 in the 1st inning. And just to continue the parallel, in that 1st inning, the Indians had 2. The A's had a 2-run frame in the 3rd inning. So the 1st and 3rd innings were mirror images of each other. As that pitch is popped foul back to the screen, 1-1. The difference in the ball game is the single run the Indians scored in the top of the 2nd. It's the one tally the A's have not been able to match. 10-9 Indians. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. The 1-1. Swing and a foul off the mask of the catcher McCall, and the count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Aiden Fowler on deck. The pitch to Newton. Downstairs, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Newton with the bright red cleats. Slightly closed stance in the right-handed batter's box. Chopper back to the mound, knocked down by Cantrell, picked up, throw to first in time for out number 1. One away for Aiden Fowler, and the A's have not retired Fowler yet. He walked in the 1st, had an RBI single and a stolen base in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd and scored a run. First pitch righty to lefty. Liner, 1 hop, just past the outstretched glove of the shortstop and into center field for a 1-out single. Fowler is 2 for 2. Lindbergh, the shortstop, again, just out of his reach. Didn't have a play on it, made a good effort. Here is Tucker Marshall. 1 for 3 with a single. He's driven in a run. He's scored twice. He's reached on an error in this game. He has a stolen base as well. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Indians looking for insurance runs here in the top of the fifth, leading 10-9. The 1-0 offering. Chopper foul at the plate. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Presley Cantrell back to the rubber from the stretch with the man on. A check of the runner and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2 on Marshall. A few darker clouds now in the sky, although no real threat of rain, I wouldn't think, in them. A moment here, we'll bring up a radar and have a look for ourselves. Chopper foul, tied up inside, but Marshall fouled it off. He stays alive at 1-2. And, well, Bloomfield could be in for some rain, not immediately, but one county to the west, Appanoose County, and towards Centerville, a storm is approaching there. Here in Bloomfield, the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Marshall chased a high one. He's down for out number 2. And that'll bring up Aiden Ryan, who is 1 for 3. He's had an RBI single. He's reached on an error. He's reached on a fielder's choice. He's scored a run, and he's stolen 3 bases. First pitch to the Indian shortstop is lifted in the air down the right field line, twisting foul and out of reach for strike 1. Ball is returned in. Taking a look at the projected future radar. They do think a storm is going to come through Bloomfield, but sometime between roughly 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Shouldn't affect this game. The pitch, ground ball sharply, just foul down the third base line. It was fielded cleanly over there by Hewitt. Nice play, but a foul ball means it's 0-2. So any rain that might be coming should not affect this game, barring extra innings, long extra innings. I don't think we'd get that far. There is a second game scheduled for tonight. It will not be broadcast. Runner goes. Pitch is lifted down the third base line, landing foul behind the bag. Still 0-2. But looking at the forecast for the next couple of hours, next few hours, and thinking about that second game, it's possible they may not finish it. I guess we'll see. 0-2 to Aiden Ryan. Runner at first, 2 down. Top of the fifth, Indians leading the A's 10-9. Runner goes again. Cantrell's pitch. Upstairs, a throw down to second, and not in time. It skips into right center field, but holding his ground is Aiden Fowler. That is his second stolen base of the game. 1-2 to Aiden Ryan, now with a man in scoring position. Big lead at second, and Fowler's going. The pitch lifted in the air to shallow right, and that'll get down for a base hit, and on the run on the pitch, that'll allow Fowler to score from second. On the bloop single by Ryan, it is 11-9 Indians. So give Aiden Ryan his second RBI of the game. Ball not hit hard, but it just found some unoccupied green grass in shallow right center. That brings up the catcher, Cooper Kleiman. Kleiman has yet to put a ball in play as he takes ball 1. Struck out his first time up, walked, stole a base, and scored in the third, and then was hit by a pitch later in that same third inning, but was then caught stealing to end the inning. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes, and the pitch lined into left center field. That is down for a base hit. That ball's going to roll. Heading towards third is Aiden Ryan. He's around third on his way home. Kleiman digging for second. The throw comes into second. The catch, the tag, safe is the call at second. And the run scores. That makes it 12-9. And my, that was an interesting play. If Kleiman had been out at second, I don't think Ryan was home yet from first. If the out had been recorded, I don't think the run would have counted, but called safe is Kleiman with his double and his first RBI of the game. Bang, bang play at second, and as that safe call was made, I glanced down to see the runner crossing the plate. It was after the tag had been applied, so good throw from left field by Caleb Martin to get that ball back in, and I think Kleiman only beat it by an eyelash. Here is Nolan Kramer. First pitch. I think that was called a ball, 1-0. Runner at second, 2 down. The Indians have a 3-run lead again. Swing and a miss. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The kick and the delivery. Outside, 2-1. Back-to-back 2-out RBI hits by Aiden Ryan and Cooper Kleiman have given the Indians a little bit of breathing room. 12-9, they lead it here in the top of the fifth. The 2-1. On the outside corner, strike 2. And time is called. And we'll get a mound visit here. That'll bring in the entire infield, so the A's want to talk things over. It's a 2-2 count to Kramer with the runner at second and 2 down in the top of the fifth. The Indians leading 12-9. A bunch of crooked numbers on the line score. The Indians so far 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 7 in the third, and 2 here in the fifth. The A's scored 7 in the first and 2 more in the third. Look ahead to the bottom of the fifth inning. It'll be Cade Martin leading it off for the A's, and then the top of the order, Lindbergh and Caleb Martin. So the conference is complete, and the count is 2-2. To Nolan Kramer, the pitch. Downstairs, 3-2, Ian Ryan on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Up and away, ball 4. And that'll put runners at first and second for Ian Ryan. Ryan is 0 for 3. He's reached on a fielder's choice 3 times. And he pops this one up foul right side and just out of the reach of the catcher, Gavin McCall, for strike 1. Great effort by McCall to find that ball. It wasn't hit very high, and over near the on-deck circle of the Indians, just could not quite get there. And 1 the count to Ian Ryan, and that pitch sails high. We're even at a ball and a strike. Kleiman at second, Kramer at first, 2 down, 2 in for the Indians, and that pitch up and in, 2-1. Two big hits in this inning, a 2-out RBI single by Aiden Ryan, then that was followed by an RBI double by Cooper Kleiman. Pitch inside to Ian Ryan, 3-1. Michael Early on deck. Three balls and a strike. The pitch taken for a strike, and we're full at 3-2. So both runners should be in motion here. Kleiman from second, Kramer from first. 3-2, 2 down. Top of the fifth inning. There go the runners. The payoff. High and away, ball 4. Back-to-back walks have loaded the bases for Michael Early, who is 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. 4 straight batters have reached since the A's recorded the second out of this inning. Cantrell on the mound just trying to get that third out and keep this a 3-run game. The pitch. Blown away, ball 1. Michael Early, the 8th batter of the inning. Only 2 runs are home in the frame. Cantrell can still minimize the damage, but he's got to get this batter here, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. On the other side of it, Michael Early a chance to blow this game open. Remember, the Indians were down 5 after an inning. They came all the way back. This is the second time they've led by 3, trying to get ahead by more. Ground ball sharply but foul down the third base line, and the count 1-2. So Cantrell 1 strike away perhaps from getting out of a bases loaded jam and holding the Indians to only 2 runs here in the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cantrell leans in to get the sign from McCall. The stretch and the pitch. Down and in, 2-2. Bases full of Indians here with 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Downstairs, 3-2, and we've gone as far as we can go. Bases loaded, 2 out, and a 3-2 count. Runners will be in motion. Ball 4 is a run, strike 3 is an out. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He drops strike 3, chases up the line and tags him to retire the side. So the Indians get 2, but they leave 3, and Cantrell gets off the hook. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Indians 12, the A's 9. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Please pull to the next window.
Accidents can happen.
Turn right in 100 feet.
You have arrived. And when they do, Collision Corner is your preferred body shop. John at Collision Corner will work directly with your insurance company. He can handle your claim from start to finish. At Collision Corner, they know you need your car back as soon as possible. They'll pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield.
To the bottom of the 5th we go. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. The Indians back to a 3-run lead over the A's, 12-9. Jason Van Arkel with you from Bloomfield here this evening. Corey Finch, our on-site producer. And we've got a pitching change for the Indians. As they've summoned Nolan Kramer from first base to pitch. Aiden Fowler in line for the win in this game. Pitching 4 innings. We'll get you a line on him in a little bit. Other changes for the Indians. Tucker Marshall is now playing first base. I know there's some other changes out there, just trying to pick up numbers here. As we try to pick up the rest of the defensive changes to the Indians, we can tell you that Cade Martin's about to lead it off for the A's. Then the top of the order, Drew Lindbergh and Caleb Martin to follow. Ball thrown down to second. They'll kick it around, bring it back To the new pitcher, Kramer. And standing in is Cade Martin. He has struck out and walked. He's stolen a base and scored a run. First pitch. Downstairs, ball 1. (12-9) Indians. A's trying to come back. The 1-0. Ground ball off the end of the bat, foul right side. We're even at a ball and a strike. Thinking the only other defensive change is that it looks like Aiden Fowler has gone to center field. Pitch inside to Caleb Martin, 2-1. Two and 1 the count to the A's second baseman. Pitch up and in, 3-1. Obviously, at this level, pitching is not as refined as when you get to high school or beyond. And walks will happen as the 3-1 pitch is fouled back 3-2. At this stage of the game, though, the Indians would obviously really prefer not to give the A's any free passes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty important pitch right here leading off the bottom of the 5th. And it's a called strike 3 in the inside corner for out number 1. So Kramer strikes out the first batter he faces, and that is the 3rd batter in a row for the A's to strike out. Top of the order, Drew Lindberg takes a called strike. He has struck out twice and walked once. He reached on his first strikeout on a pitch in the dirt, ended up scoring a run in the first inning. But Lindberg has yet to put a ball in play. Swing and a miss here, and he's down to the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch popped up. Center of the diamond, who wants it? And it ticks off the glove of the shortstop, Aiden Ryan, and safe at first is Lindberg. That'll have to go in the book as an error, and the A's have a runner with 1 out for Caleb Martin, who is 2 for 2, 2 singles, a couple of stolen bases, a couple of runs scored, a walk and an RBI. And he cues this foul off to the right, 0-1. (12-9), the Indians on top by 3. A's trying to battle back here in the bottom of the 5th. Kramer checks the runner. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. The throw down to second. Nobody's covering. Getting over in time to catch the throw is the second baseman, Ian Ryan, but safe at second with the stolen base is Lindberg. Pitch was a strike, so it's 0-2. Kramer kicks and delivers. Runner goes, fouled back, and we stay at no balls, 2 strikes. That was kind of a later jump that time by Lindberg. Might have been fortunate the pitch was fouled off. Still 0-2 to Caleb Martin. Slightly closed stance in that right-handed batter's box. And the pitch. Ground ball sharply to the left side, fielded by Aiden Ryan. Long throw across, not in time. Good speed by Caleb Martin to beat out that infield grounder. That's a base hit. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Lindberg had to hold at second. And here is Gavin McCall. Now a throw to first, and the ball got away, and both runners advance. And that all happened while McCall was still striding to the plate. So now runners at second and third, and the pitch sails over the head of McCall for ball 1. McCall represents the tying run. The 1-0. That's lifted to center, pretty well hit. Fowler is there. He will make the catch. Runner was not tagging. He'll get back to third, but he's not able to score. Now trying to score. Here's a throw to the plate, and the tag is made, and he's out at the plate, and the inning is over. And a very odd double play gets the Indians out of the top of the fifth. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 left. Or out of the bottom of the fifth. We go to the 6th inning. Indians 12, A's 9. Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
Look at this house, Brad. Just the place for some songwriting inspiration. It could be a song about home insurance or auto insurance or a car-home bundle with Nationwide. 2 songs in one. What would you call that, a crossover?
I think it's more of a mashup, Peyton.
Yeah, a mashup. Genius. Let's make a mashup.
Hi, this is Sherry with Northside Insurance in Bloomfield. Call us at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield or Centerville.
Savings compared to standalone price of each policy. Products availability varies by state agent and other factors. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, Columbus, Ohio.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Everyone wants a great smile. At Petrito Orthodontics, that's what we specialize in. Hi, this is Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Straight teeth not only look good, they also give you a good bite. When your upper and lower teeth fit together the way they should, it is easier to bite, chew, and speak. Whether you are considering Invisalign or traditional braces, give our office a call to schedule a free, no-obligation appointment. No referral needed. We look forward to meeting you at Petrito Orthodontics on Pennsylvania Street in Ottumwa and next to Wendy's in Oskaloosa.
Hi, this is Josh Binge with Pulaski Lumber. Did winter put a stop to all your projects? Ugh, spring is finally here, and now is a great time to start. We have what you need for all your building and remodeling projects. Looking to add a deck? We can help you design it, and we have new composite and PVC deck options. We also have several options for siding. From vinyl to LP siding, we have what you need. Whatever project you're working on this spring, we'd like to help out at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
Pulaski Lumber, 2 blocks south of the highway on 2nd Street in Pulaski.
Those beautiful spring days are upon us. Time to watch some baseball and grill out. At Slayton Polaris, it's also time for one of the best sales of the year, the spring sales event. I'd like to invite you to stop in and pick out your new Polaris Ranger 900. You will get large rebates and great financing options. Call us for more information. Just Google Slayton Polaris to find our number or stop in and see us 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Offer valid through the end of this month on new 2015 through 2019 vehicles. Subject to credit approval. Offers vary by model. See Slayton Polaris for details. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
And welcome back one final time for this Wednesday to Bloomfield and Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball. We didn't quite check what time it was on the clock when the bottom of the fifth inning ended, up against the time limit, so that was the end of the ball game, and the Indians prevail over the A's tonight by a score of 12-9. Totals for the Indians: 12 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. They left 8 on base. Aiden Fowler, the winning pitcher, and Nolan Kramer would get credit for the save. Came in with a 3-run lead, pitched the final inning, so he'd get a save there. For the A's, 9 runs, 8 hits, 5 errors. They left 7 on base. Trey Armstrong, kind of a tough luck loss. A lot of the runs on him were unearned. And the ball game took 1 hour and 44 minutes to complete. The next time we'll be on the stream for Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball 1 week from tonight, next Wednesday, April 24th. Again, the 5:30 game we will have for you right here. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in this afternoon and into this evening. For Corey Finch, for Ellis Kojo, who I was filling in for today. He'll be back next week. My name's Jason Van Arkel. Again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you watching on the stream. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Again, we'll be back next Wednesday for Davis County Babe Ruth League Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.